Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick Croix. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes. My keys to go home.
Dora pause.
My rush to end it all. It feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can thank the thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun? Or sold my soul for the tongue? Or dead since I was young? Or got some voodoo done?
Namaste. Welcome, Magical Choir. All right. Hopefully, you are all having a great day, a great week. So much has happened, and so much more is happening. I see there's some more distractions going on in the media. Surprise, surprise. All right, but hopefully, y'all are not being taken in by that foolishness. They're going to constantly do this. Constantly distract you from things that's just unimportant. Anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about Qabalistic Magic. Now I'm going to keep doing this because, again, repeat this is one of the easiest practices that you can do. Okay. It is also in an addition to hoodoo magic using the Psalms. So let me reiterate what I've gone over before, in case you haven't seen these videos before. All right, so Psalmic magic is it's a part of Qabalistic magic, the Qabalah. Okay, it is included in hoodoo. All right, guess what? The Bible is a spell book. All right. It is a spell book. The book of Psalms is a book of spells. Okay. Now, people will have you believe that all you got to do is say the song. No. Okay. And a lot of grimoires, like, for example, Aleister Crowley, okay, things are coded, things are hidden. So that only the initiates would actually get what he was saying when I'm speaking about Crowley. He uses a lot of misdirections, a lot of traps, and a lot of blinds. Okay, he's not the only one who does this. All right, a lot of modern grimoires do the exact same thing, or they'll tell you half of what you need to know to make a spell work. Okay, I've seen grimoires that say, "Oh, all you got to do is say this song, and that's it. That's it. All you got to do is say it, and that's it." No. There are formulas. Okay, there are formulas that go with using any magical system. There are formulas that you have to follow, which is why I'm fond of saying this is an art, there's a science, and that's why it takes so long to master it. Okay. All right, that being said, one of the best books on Qabalistic magic. Now, I know a lot of people are not going to try and go that far into it. As a matter of fact, as far as the Qabala is concerned, they have whole schools and classes on the Qabala. Jewish mysticism, all right? This is the best book, though, that I've seen that explains it. You know what I mean? It explains Qabala perfectly in the way that Jewish scholars learn it. This is a great book. This guy is a Russian occultist, Thomas Carlson. Okay. So he also goes into the Clipoff, but a lot of people, upon hearing what the Clipoff is, will run from it, of course. But when I was doing Clipoff magic, remember I've said before, when I learned a system of magic, I stayed in it for a while. Okay. I think I stayed in Clipoff. It quickly became my favorite. I stayed in it for like a year. Okay. Clipoff Magic. It's the inverse side of the Qabalah, right? The Qabalah, to give you an example, one of the spares on the Qabalah is called Geburah. 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 Okay. On the reverse side of that, I'm trying to remember now. And I drew a blank. It's not Geburah. Geburah is justice, but the reverse side of it is Golachab. 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 Okay. Golachab is fire. It is presided over by Asmodeus. Okay, that's a demon. And that's a demon of the Goetia. Okay. Geburah, I'm not sure if someone actually resides over it. I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do. An angel. Yeah, actually, they have a chapter on here. The Sephirah, Geburah, and the origin of evil. Okay. I'm only saying this to get to a point. When I was practicing Clipoff Magic, I was fucking with those demons pretty hard. Nama, Lilith, Asmodeus, Samel, you name it. Because there's an actual formula in here for invoking them and starting your ceremony called the opening of the 7 gates. And you have to call demons to open that. Okay? So if you're looking to get into Qabalah, get this book. Okay? There's so much more, but he does a great job of putting it in a small section where you can at least get an understanding of it. He does the same thing with the Clipoff and the exact same thing with the Goetia. Okay? All right. So, Psalmic Magic. Remember, when you pray these psalms, some of them have specific instructions. There's always a name of God that you have to think of while you're praying these psalms. Okay? All right. So, for example, let's see. See if you can see this. The first psalm I want to talk about is Psalm 13. Okay? Psalm 13. This one, the name is Azrael. Okay? So you pray this Psalm 13 against unnatural death. All right? That name, Azrael, means my help is God. That's what it translates to. Okay? You pray this psalm to be protected from lethal dangers. The name, Azrael, is what you think of while you're praying that particular psalm. Once you're done, then you say this prayer. May it be thy will that thou shalt protect me from I think that's spelled wrong. Protect us? Yeah. May it be thy will that thou shalt protect me from an evil, fast, or unnatural death. Save me from lethal accidents, for thou art my help and my God, and thine is the power and the glory. Amen. Selah. Okay. So when you're saying the psalm, you think of this name. What I do, if I'm using psalms, I write that name down. Okay? Big piece of paper. And I sit it in front of me. This is just an example of what I do. I sit it in front of me, and then I pray that song. Because as I'm looking at that name, it's constantly reverberating in my subconscious. Okay? Then I say that prayer. Okay? Because if you are to have an unnatural death, or you're quickly snatched from your body, you're not going to know what's happening. You're not going to know what's happening. You're not going to know you're dead. And who wants that? That's what ghosts are. These are people who have not yet transcended into the next realm. Okay? That's Psalm number 13. All right. All righty then. Let's see. Okay. The next Psalm, probably sure a lot of you would need this. It's against defamation and mistrust. Share my screen again. Psalm number 14, El Emet, which translates God of truth. Okay. May it be thy will, El Emet, to grant me that people have favor and mercy for me, that they trust and believe my words, and may no defamation cause mistrust of me. Thou canst help me, for thou guidest the hearts of men, and liar or slanderers are an abomination unto thee. Save me for the sake of thy name. Amen. Selah. El Emet is the name that you think of while you're reciting Psalm number 14. Okay. Why would you need something like this? Well, in this age of social media, people recruit other people to hate people. Ain't that a bitch? I've had issues in the past with someone who had an issue with me, right? You know what the first things he said to me? I'm going to go in my group and tell them not to fuck with you. Dora pause. So you and I can't have an issue. You got to recruit everybody else to have a problem with me. People who do not know me, they need to have a problem with me too. That's the maturity level of society right now. That happened a long time ago, but I'm just saying, I've seen it happen to other people. But they're saying they recruit people. This is a thing now. They recruit other people to hate you as well, to dislike you as well. What kind of shit is that? Anyway, that's the result of social media. Got it? Okay. So anyway, I mean, that's got to be the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. I mean, why? If I have an issue with somebody, I'm not going to recruit other people to have an issue with them also. That's the most juvenile thing I've ever heard. And yet, like I said, it's a thing. So pray that song, say it, think of that name, El Emet, and it protects you from defamation. All right. A lot of this is getting ready to go on. You know, recently in Texas, a woman got caught on camera at a grocery store stealing $2,000 worth of meat. It's going to get desperate like that for people with these food shortages that are coming, that I've been warning y'all about for the past 2 years. Okay? It's going to get like that. But I expect more of it to happen in major cities. I don't live in a major city. I live in a little small town. Ain't the point. The point that it happened near here, and there was another small town, but it happened. You know what I mean? It's going to get like that. Be prepared. What's the harm? If I'm wrong, I will come back and eat crow and say, I apologize for telling y'all that, and I am very wrong. I do apologize if I'm wrong. Okay? But what's the big deal about saving up for food shortages? Learning to go without meat, planting your own food. There's no harm in it, right? Okay. Let's continue. Psalm number 18. Psalm number 18. Let's see. All right. This one is against robbers. Okay. Now, I've done other videos on how to protect your home. Okay. Another one is to say this psalm. Okay. You speak this psalm and you will be saved from their grasp, and the robbers will lose their way. This is the name that you think of, El Yah, which translates to Elijah, my God is Yah. Okay. May it be thy will, may it be thy most holy will, El Yah, to guard me mightily from these robbers and from all enemies, opponents, and evil encounters. For thine is the power, and thou canst help. Hear me for the sake of thy most holy names, El Yah. Amen, Selah. Okay. You can use this psalm also against sickness. Okay. So what you would do for that, though, is you would speak the psalm over water and oil and apply it to the patient. So it can be used in two ways, against robbers and, against sickness. Psalm number 18. Okay. All right. Y'all all right? Yeah, right. I am not Bobby Hemmett. All right. This next one is Psalm number 21. Okay. Psalm number 21. And the way I translate this is that if you go to a mighty man with a petition, I'm thinking if you go into someone like a supervisor or a manager or something like that in corporate, you're asking for something. Okay. If you go to a mighty man with a petition, you say this particular song. Psalm number 21, Yah. That's the name, just Yah. That is short for Yahweh, in case you did not know that. That's the ruler of this world, Yahweh. Okay. You say this psalm 7 times over olive oil, anoint your face, feet, and hands. Okay. After you do that, you write verses 1 through 4, suspend them from your neck. That is the formula for speaking Psalm 21. Okay. If you go to a mighty man with a petition, okay, you got to think about in older civilizations, they use olive oil a lot. Okay. They believed in the medicinal properties, the healing properties, the magical properties, olive oil. So in some psalms, there has the use of you speaking over the olive oil and then, applying it to yourself. I've done this when my wife wasn't feeling well. I've done that. I spoke it wasn't this particular one psalm that I just was talking about. It was another one. I think it was Psalm 31. I spoke it 7 times over olive oil, and then you go and solve the patient. It helps. Okay. Everything that I say helps. Okay. All right. We only got a couple more. Psalm number 60. And this is before a battle. Now, the way I translate this is if you go into any kind of battle, okay, any kind of confrontation, all right, you just say the psalm. There's no particular, there's a name, but there's no prayer that comes afterwards. You just pray Psalm number 60. Thinking of Ba. That's not Yah, it's Ba. B-A-H. Ba. That's Psalm number 60. Okay? Psalm number 60. Before you go into any kind of battle. I mean, you can go to a meeting with a hostile environment and you can use that particular song. In my opinion. Choice is up to you. Okay, I got one more song to give y'all today. And that's song number 119. Now, this particular song, it can be used in various ways. There's a lot of ways this one, but the one that I think would be interesting for you to use to win in court. Psalm 119, Lamed. What you do, I should have wrote this a little better, but you speak the verses 89 through 96 12 times. That's to win in court. Again, to win in court, speak verses 89 through 96. Okay. All right. There's so many purposes of that particular song, 119, that it goes for like 3 pages. That's how many uses that particular psalm has. Okay. You got against spasm of the body, to heal the left eye, to make a decision. If your heart speaks, or if your heart desires a sinful thing. If you want to go before a Lord or a mighty person. There's even one here for anthrax, against anthrax. Wow. But yeah, that is all I have today. More Cabalistic Magic. Again, don't forget this book. At least get an understanding of the Qabala before you actually try. I mean, you can use these psalms the way I gave it out. But if you're trying to get an understanding of the Qabala, I notice people steer away from it. They think it's just for the Jewish people to practice. That is fallacy. Anybody can use it. Okay? As always, hope you have a good rest of your day and the rest of your week. I'm the one, the only Magick Croix. See y'all next time. Namaste.